Have you ever wondered who invented the camera and when this marvel of technology came into being? Let's journey back in time to the dawn of photography. Our story begins with a simple yet revolutionary concept, the camera obscura. For those unfamiliar with the term, it's Latin for dark room, and this device was the precursor to the modern camera. Picture a darkened box or room with a small hole on one side. Light from an external scene would pass through this hole and form an inverted image on the opposite side. It was a basic principle of optics that had been understood since the time of the ancient Greeks. However, it wasn't until the Renaissance period that this concept found its true potential. Artists and scientists alike used the camera obscura to study light and create realistic paintings. It served as an invaluable tool for observation, enabling people to study the sun without damaging their eyes and artists to capture scenes with unprecedented accuracy. Now fast forward to the year 1826. Enter Joseph Nicephore Niepce, a name that resonates through the annals of photography. Niepce was the first to successfully capture a permanent photograph, a process that took him a whopping 8 hours of exposure time. He used a pewter plate coated with bitumen, a naturally occurring petroleum product. When exposed to light, the bitumen hardened, and the unhardened parts could be washed away with a mixture of oil of lavender and white petroleum, leaving behind a permanent image. This was the first known instance where light was used to etch a lasting image onto a surface, a concept that would evolve into the modern cameras we know and love today. It was a slow and painstaking process, but it was a start, a spark that would ignite the flame of innovation and creativity in the world of photography. And thus, the journey to capture the world in a frame began with a simple yet ingenious idea. The camera, as we know it today, wasn't invented overnight. It was the result of a series of significant developments and innovations over time. The journey of the camera begins in the mid-19th century, with a French artist and physicist named Louis Daguerre. He introduced the world to the daguerreotype in 1839, a photographic process that was the first of its kind to be made publicly available. This groundbreaking method involved exposing a silver-plated copper sheet to iodine vapor, which created a light-sensitive layer of silver iodide. The plate was then exposed in a camera and developed using mercury vapor. The result? A detailed mirror-like image that captivated the world and marked the dawn of photography. But the daguerreotype had its limitations. Each image was a one-off, and the process was both expensive and time-consuming. So, the quest for a more practical photographic process continued. Enter Frederick Scott Archer, an English sculptor and photographic pioneer. In 1851, Archer introduced the collodion process, a significant leap forward in the evolution of photography. This method involved coating a glass plate with a thin layer of collodion, a solution of cellulose nitrate in alcohol and ether, then sensitizing it with silver nitrate. The plate was exposed while still wet, and the resulting negative image could be used to produce multiple prints. The collodion process was cheaper, faster, and more versatile than the daguerreotype, making photography more accessible to the masses. It also yielded incredibly detailed images, setting the standard for photographic quality for decades to come. And so, through a series of leaps and bounds, the camera as we know it began to take shape. Each innovation, each new method, brought us closer to the cameras we use today. From the daguerreotype's single shimmering images to the collodion process's versatile negatives, the evolution of the camera has been a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of capturing moments in time. These innovations paved the way for the development of modern photography. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed a revolution in photography. This period was one of immense change and innovation that laid the foundation for the photography we know and love today. One of the most significant contributors to this revolution was George Eastman. Eastman was an American entrepreneur with a deep passion for photography. However, he was frustrated by the cumbersome and complicated nature of the wet plate process, which was the standard in the late 19th century. He sought to simplify photography and make it more accessible to the masses. And so, in 1885, Eastman made a groundbreaking invention that would change the face of photography forever: roll film. This was a type of film that could be wound on a spool, making it much more portable and user-friendly than its predecessors. It was a major step forward in democratizing photography, taking it from the hands of professionals and into the homes of everyday people. Just 3 years later, in 1888, Eastman introduced the first Kodak camera, This was a simple box camera that came preloaded with a roll of film for 100 exposures. Once the film was used up, the entire camera was sent back to Kodak for processing. This was a game changer. For the first time, photography was something that anyone could enjoy, without needing a darkroom or a deep understanding of photographic techniques. But the revolution didn't stop there. Fast forward to 1907, and we have the Lumiere brothers, Auguste and Louis, introducing autochrome Lumiere. This was the first practical color film. It used a unique process of adding microscopic grains of potato starch, dyed red, green, and blue to the emulsion, creating a color filter layer that allowed for the capture of color images. This was a pivotal moment in the history of photography. It brought the world to life in a whole new way, adding depth and vibrancy to images that had previously been monochrome. These developments marked the dawn of modern photography. They transformed the way we capture and share our world, paving the way for the incredible advancements we see in photography today. While the 19th century laid the foundation of photography, the 20th century took it to new heights. The digital era of photography didn't just appear out of thin air, it was born from the relentless pursuit of innovation and the vision of a man named Steven Sasson. In 1975, Sasson, an engineer at Kodak, embarked on a mission to create a device that could capture an image using digital signals instead of photographic film. His invention, a camera that weighed over 8 pounds and had a resolution of 0.01 megapixels, was the first of its kind. It was a digital camera, a device that used a digital sensor to capture the light needed for a photograph. This was a monumental leap in the world of photography, but it was only the beginning. Fast forward to 1988, 13 years after Sasson's groundbreaking invention, the world saw the introduction of the first commercially available digital camera. This was the Fuji DS1P. Unlike Sasson's prototype, the DS1P was a compact, handheld device, making it more accessible to the general public. But perhaps the most significant innovation of the DS1P was its ability to store images digitally, a feature that would set the stage for the future of photography. With the DS1P, photographers could now take as many photos as they wanted without the need for rolls of film. They could instantly view their photos, delete the ones they didn't like, and retake them on the spot. This was a game changer. It revolutionized the way we take and share photos, making photography more immediate, more accessible, and more democratic. The arrival of digital photography was more than just a technological advancement. It was a cultural shift, a new way of seeing and capturing the world around us. It opened up new possibilities for creativity and expression, forever changing the way we document our lives and tell our stories. The digital revolution had begun, changing the face of photography forever. Today, cameras are everywhere, from our smartphones to drones, capturing our world in ways we could never have imagined. The 21st century has been a pivotal era for camera technology, characterized by monumental advancements and transformations. In the early 2000s, high-definition digital cameras began to saturate the market. With their extraordinary resolution and unprecedented precision, these devices allowed us to capture images with a level of detail that was, until then, simply unfathomable. But the real game changer was the integration of cameras into smartphones. This innovation took photography out of the realm of the dedicated hobbyist and placed it into the hands of the everyday person. The smartphone camera revolutionized the way we take photos. No longer are we confined to the limitations of traditional photography. Instead, we can snap and share images instantly, documenting our lives and our world in real time. From selfies to panoramic landscapes, smartphone cameras have democratized photography, making it an integral part of our daily lives. But the advancements haven't stopped there. Today's cameras are smarter than ever before, equipped with artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities. These smart cameras can recognize faces, detect motion, and even predict behavior, opening up new possibilities for surveillance, security, and scientific research. And let's not forget about drones. These flying cameras have given us an entirely new perspective on our world, allowing us to capture stunning aerial shots that were once the exclusive domain of professional filmmakers. But perhaps the most exciting development is the advent of virtual reality and 360-degree cameras. These devices capture every angle of a scene, immersing us in a whole new world of visual experiences. Imagine being able to relive your favorite moments, not just from a single perspective, but from every possible angle. From the camera obscura to the smartphone, the journey of the camera is a testament to human ingenuity. and the relentless pursuit of capturing the world around us. The camera's evolution reflects our insatiable curiosity, our desire to explore, and our enduring quest to understand and document the world we inhabit.